Sure enough, the young child proved extraordinary attitudes at an early age, much to the amazement of his elders. Terribly mischievous, but also incredibly fearless and honest, Naren shone at the boarding school, excelling in geography and sport. Then the introduction of Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, the great spiritual teacher, in a lecture at the Presidency College showed him his road ahead, eventually leading his strong philosophical instincts to take sannyas at the Ramakrishna. Thus began the journey of a great spiritual leader.
काली काली बोलो रोशना काली काली बोलो रोशना काली काली बोलो रोशना काली काली बोलो रोशना कोर पदो ध्यान नामामृत पान कोर पदो ध्यान नामामृत पान যদি পেতে প্রাণ থাকে বসনা কালি কালি বলো রসনা दुर्गा नाम के बोलो एक बार दुर्गा नाम के बोलो एक बार সঙ্গের সম্বল दुर्गा नाम আমার दुर्गा नाम के बोलो एक बार সঙ্গের সম্বল दुर्गा नाम আমার অনিত্য সংসার নাহি পরবার অনিত্য সংসার নাহি পরবার সকলি আশার ভেবে দেখো না কালি কালি বলো রসনা কালি কালি বলো রসনা কালি কালি বলো রসনা কালি কালি বলো রসনা গেল গেল কাল বিফলে গেল 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 কাল বিফলে গেল দেখো না কালান্ত নিকটে এলো গেল গেল কাল বিফলে গেল
Naren, you have come. I was waiting for you. Come closer. Come, Naren, sit by me. You have come at an appropriate time. Kali Ma's puja is going on. Sing a bhajan for her, Naren.
But how did you know me? How?
Please sing, Naren. We will talk later.
मन चलो निज निकेतने मन चलो निज निकेतने मन चलो निज निकेतने संसार विदेशी विदेशीर बेश
Wow, what a voice! What bhakti! Truly, a remarkable young man.
Why did you come so late? Why did you make me suffer thus? I am fed up of people's promises. I am tired of these worthless praises. I wanted a disciple who could understand my inner self. I want to bear all my experiences in front of such a disciple and make my heart light. Oh Lord, I know who you are, an ancient soul, the saint who will rise up to the challenge of cleansing this land. You are the other face of Narayana himself. Naren, promise me, you will come here. You will be with me.
Of course. Thakurji, have you seen God?
Yes, I have seen him as clearly as I can see you. We can see God. We can talk to him. But my son, in today's world, who wants God? People run behind the illusion of money, the maya of family and asset building. They shed tears for the sake of worldly pursuits. But tell me, who will shed tears for God's sake? If people search for God in all honesty, God will appear.
मन चलो निज निकेतने मन चलो निज निकेतने मन चलो निज निकेतने संसार विदेशी विदेशीर बेशी भ्रम केन आकरणे मन चलो निज निकेतने मन चलो निज निकेतने विषय पंचक और भूत गण विषय पंचक और भूत गण तब तर पर के बनायापन विषय पंचक और भूत गण तब तर पर के बनायापन
Namaste, Thakurji.
Come, Naren, sit down.
Thakurji. 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 Thakurji.
Naren,
Thakurji, what did you do? What happened? Was that God? Tell me, Thakurji.
This is enough for now. You will realize everything gradually.
Thakurji, how do we pray to God?
You can pray to God however you want, in whatever way you want. But pray honestly, with utter devotion. Let not your prayers be tinged with unholy thoughts, for God can hear even the footsteps of an ant.
What should our goal be, Thakurji?
You must grow morally, ethically, and spiritually. You must grow up.
Thakurji, I have a question.
Yes, Naren.
Thakurji, is there only one God or are there several gods?
Naren, imagine 4 of you are standing on 4 different sides of the same tank of water. One will call the water aqua. The other will say pani. The third will say jal. And the fourth will simply call it water. In the same way, God is one. We address him in different ways.
Then what is religion, Thakurji?
Religion is a means to manifest a divinity which already exists within us.
Narendra's urge takes him inside the temple and he stands in front of the ever-radiant Kali Durga Ma. He bows in prayer, asking the mighty goddess for the 4 blessings, that is, Bhakti, Gyan, Vivek and Vairagya, touches her feet and comes back to Sri Ramakrishna. Sri Ramakrishna then asks Naren if he prayed for wealth, but Naren stuns him by saying that he asked for only the 4 immortal blessings. Sri Ramakrishna assures him that his family will never again suffer from poverty. They once again head back to the temple and take pranam from the goddess.
Naren, I have given you all that I have. My knowledge, my spirit, everything. Do good to this world. Guide them on to the correct path. After you finish your work, come back to me. I will wait for you. Do you not believe, Naren? Do you still doubt me? He who was Rama and he who was Krishna is now Ramakrishna in this body.
Thakurji, I believe you. Yes, I believe you.
Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa attained Mahasamadhi on the 16th of August 1886. Narendra spent 4.5 years with the Guruji. His life was transformed by the blessings of Mata Sri Sharada Devi and His Holiness Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. Through all the sessions, Narendra felt himself growing closer to God and felt a rare bliss. After the Master attained Mahasamadhi in the August of 1886, Narendra took sannyas on December 24th, 1886 at Antpur. He spent most of his time reading various philosophical treatises and mastered Vedanta. Students flocked to him from all over. They all wanted to hear the wise words of the Swami. In 1888, Swami Vivekananda decided to travel all over India as an ordinary mendicant. He wanted to gain first-hand experience of the travails faced by his country.
Running! Face the brutes!
That is a great lesson. We must face the terrible. Face everything boldly. Like the monkeys, all hardships will fall back when we cease to flee. If we are ever to gain freedom, it must be by conquering nature, never by running away. Cowards never win victories. We have to face fear, troubles and ignorance if we expect them to flee before us.
Swamiji? Swamiji, your brother disciple Balram Bose passed away. I am very sorry.
Oh,
Swamiji, you are a monk. You should not lament like this.
it is true that I am a monk, Pramada Babu. But should a monk be heartless? Babu, a genuine monk is much more tender-hearted than ordinary souls. We are humans after all. Balaram Bose was my brother disciple. I do not like asceticism, which makes one devoid of feelings and pitiless.
Swamiji, this is Munshi Jagmohan Lal. He is the private secretary of the Raja of Khetri.
Welcome, Munshiji.
Swamiji, the Raja of Khetri wishes to meet you. Please do visit the palace.
I will. Thank you for the invitation.
Swamiji, if you will allow me to say something that's on my mind, may I?
Go ahead.
Swamiji, you are a Hindu monk. How is it that you are living in a Muslim household?
What do you mean? I am a sannyasi. Above all social conventions, I can dine with anyone, for God sanctions it. The scriptures allow it. I see divinity in every man and woman. All are children of God. But people like you oppose and find fault. You know nothing of God and the scriptures. I see divinity everywhere, manifest in even the smallest, insignificant creature. For me, there is no distinction of high and low, of religion or caste. Shiva Shiva. Listening to such words is like pouring boiling oil in my ears.
I am very sorry, Swamiji. Please forgive me. Please do allow the Raja of Khetri to serve you, sir.
All right, Munshiji. All right.
The Swamiji and his disciple came to the palace of the Raja of Khetri. He welcomed them cordially and served them. The Swamiji was requested to stay in Ajit Singh Ji's palace. One evening, the Raja had arranged a music session by a professional dancing girl. He sent an invitation to Swamiji.
No, I cannot go there. I am a sannyasi. It is against my principles to attend such a party. Mother, you have taught me a great lesson. Please forgive me, Mother. I have hurt you very much. Hari Bhai, I am still unable to understand anything of your so-called religion. But my heart has expanded beyond any measure. And I have learned to feel the pain and suffering of others. Believe me, I literally writhe with pain when anybody suffers.
Swamiji, you are indeed great. Didn't the Buddha feel the same way and utter these very words of love?
You! Get out of the train!
Sir, I am also an employee of the railways. I have come to pay my respects to Swamiji.
Shut up, man! You bloody localite! Native! How dare you answer back to me?
Please stop. He has not done anything wrong.
You! Stop it! तुम काहे बात करते हो?
What do you mean, tum? Behave properly. You are attending to first class and second class passengers. Don't you have any manners? You must address passengers as are. You don't know your own language. He is not just a man, he is a gentleman. I am going to report this disrespectful behavior to your superiors.
Oh, sorry, sir. I don't know the language. I just wanted this man to...
See, we need self-respect in our dealings with the Europeans. We should always remain as conscious of our rank and station as they do. Unfortunately, we fail to do so. This prompts them to disparage us. We must defend our self-esteem by all means. Otherwise, we will be slighted and insulted. Remember, all of you, cowardice is the breeding ground of all corruption, of all evil. The Hindus are no less civilized than anybody else, but they always underestimate themselves. That is why every Tom, Dick and ticket collector dares to humiliate us, and we stomach the insult silently.
A sannyasi is a free soul. Like a river, he is on the move always. Sometimes he spends the night in a burning cart. Sometimes he spends the night in the king's palace. But it is the same for him. He does not make a distinction between the two. The people keep coming to ask questions, to find enlightenment, to find contentment. The Swamiji once had to answer questions for almost 3 days and 3 nights. He was so engrossed in talking about spiritual matters that he did not even stop to eat. The people who flocked to hear him also forgot to remind him to eat.
Swamiji, for 3 days you have talked. You have not had even a sip of water. This has pained me very much.
Will you give me something to eat, please?
Swamiji, I am but a humble cobbler. How can I give you this bread, which I have touched? If you permit me, I shall bring some coarse flour and dal. You can prepare them as you please.
No, my child. Give me the bread you have baked. I shall be happy to eat it.
Swamiji, what if I am punished? What will happen if people see this? They will hit me, sir.
Do not worry, child. Please, give me food.
Hey, you! How dare you offer food to Swamiji? The Swamiji is a noble person.
You are a low-caste man.
Stop it. You people have made me talk for 3 days and nights, but none of you bothered to inquire if I had had anything to eat. You claim to be of high caste and treat this man as a low caste. Can you ignore his humanity? Can you despise him? How can you? Are you not ashamed?
Spiritually advanced souls sometimes suffer from divine discontent. Swamiji once despaired of attaining the highest goal. He wanted to realize God. He entered a forest.
Oh, this life is of no use. I want to meditate on God.
All day he roamed in the forest. Without food or water, he enjoyed nature. The trees, the valleys, the hills were God's handiwork. Swamiji felt one with God. At sundown, he felt tired. As he was resting, a tiger moved up to him stealthily. Swamiji lay down and waited for it to pounce on him.
Here is an opportunity for me to serve at least one hungry beast. I do not think I can do any other good to the world.
The tiger came very close to him, but for some reason it did not attack him. He turned around and disappeared into the forest. Swamiji could not believe his eyes. He waited for the tiger to return and eat him. In spite of waiting all night, the tiger did not return.
Sir, I am here to seek your blessings.
You appear to be an enlightened man, sir. Why do you seek my blessings? I'm just an ordinary thief.
Swamiji was astonished to hear this. He wanted to know about the story behind the sadhu's strange words.
You must know Pahadi Baba, who is a highly revered yogi in Ghazipur.
Yes, of course. I know him personally.
Let me tell you a story. Years ago, I was a common thief. One night, I entered the hermitage of Pahadi Baba. I looted everything inside. As I was hurrying out, the Baba woke up, scared. I dropped everything and ran out. He shouted out,
Stop! You are Narayana himself. Please take all this. It's all yours.
I stared at him in disbelief.
Yes, I have heard this story.
When Baba addressed me as Narayana and handed over everything with a smile, I realized my mistake. From that moment on, I gave up my sinful ways and came here in search of peace.
Please bless me, sir. I have just realized that sinners are also potential saints.
He spent much time in reading. He would read an entire volume in a single day and return the book to the library. The librarian doubted whether he had actually read the whole book. One day, the librarian asked,
Swamiji, I have a small doubt.
Yes, I know. Swami Akhandananda has conveyed your doubt to me.
So, Swamiji, please tell me, have you actually read the whole book in one day?
I have. You may ask me any question from the book. I will answer it.
The librarian asked him a number of questions. He was surprised when the Swamiji gave accurate answers.
When a child first learns to read, he fixes his attention on a particular letter. Then he pronounces it twice or thrice, and then he moves on to the next letter, and then on to the whole word. As we master reading, we focus attention on a whole word. After much practice, we can focus on a sentence. Likewise, if we can increase the power of concentration, we can read an entire page in the twinkling of an eye. Continence, practice, and concentration. These three aspects can enable anyone to achieve this power.
Swamiji, what do you think of my courtiers?
Courtiers are courtiers everywhere.
Swamiji, my Diwan at least is not so. He is intelligent and trustworthy.
But Your Highness, a Diwan is one who robs the Maharaja and pays the political agent of the British government.
My dear Swamiji, too much frankness is not always safe. If you continue to speak as you did in the presence of my courtiers, I am afraid you might be poisoned by someone.
What? Do you think an honest sannyasi is afraid of speaking the truth? Even if it costs my life, I will speak the truth. Your Highness, suppose your son comes to me and asks, Swamiji, what do you think of my father? I will tell the truth. Do you want me to attribute false virtues to you, even though I am quite aware that you do not possess those virtues? Shall I speak falsely? Never.
I am sorry, Swamiji. Please do forgive my ignorance.
From Calcutta to Varanasi, from Delhi to Vrindavan, from Rajasthan to Mysore, the Swamiji went all over India. The kings of Khetri, Mysore, Trivandrum and the Raja of Ramnad and several ordinary people also offered financial aid to Swamiji for his pursuit. Commoners as well as courtiers became his followers. Swami Vivekananda became a symbol of modern India.
Is the Shripada sculpture on those rocks?
Yes, sir. That is correct.
How far away is it?
About 2 furlongs, sir. Oh God! Look! That Swamiji is swimming to the rocks. Look! Look, everyone!
What courage!
What great devotion!
Swamiji, you've been here for 2 days now. Without any food or water, you've been meditating. Please do eat these fruits.
No. Keep them here. I shall eat them when my heart desires.
Swamiji, please come with us to the town. It's not safe here.
I will come to no harm. Do not force me. Please leave.
It has been 4 long days now, Swamiji. Please come to our town now.
All right. Let's go now.
Swamiji, how are you?
How did you spend all these days without food or water?
You must be a great saint.
I have come from Dakshineshwar near Calcutta. I am a student of Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, and my name is Swami Vivekananda.
Sir, what was the reason for your meditation?
And what is your experience now that you have completed your meditation?
My life's mission is clear now. I know what I have to achieve. My path is shining bright now. The Lord has revealed my goals.
The Swamiji decided to attend the Parliament of Religions to be held at Chicago in the United States of America. This was a world conference to be attended by religious leaders from everywhere. The Raja of Khetri sponsored his travel. On 31st of May 1893, Swami Vivekananda set sail from Bombay. He travelled via China, Japan and Canada. He was impressed with the industrial progress of Japan. Swamiji was particularly happy to see the way the Japanese had preserved their culture while striving for progress. On the long journey, Swami Vivekananda contemplated about the abject misery of the Indian people and the illiteracy, caste hierarchy and colonial rule. He decided to seek help from the West. He arrived in the United States of America in the August of 1893. He watched with childlike glee the busy life, the inventions and the riches of America. Mrs. Burke, Professor John Henry Wright and Hale helped him to attend the Parliament of Religions on 11th of September 1893.
Now, please welcome Swami Vivekananda from the ancient land of India.
Sisters and brothers of America, it fills my heart with joy unspeakable to rise in response to the warm and cordial welcome which you have given us. I thank you in the name of the most ancient order of monks in the world. I thank you in the name of the mother of all religions. I thank you in the name of millions and millions of Hindu people of all classes and sects. As the different streams having their sources in different paths, which men take through different tendencies, various though they appear, crooked or straight, all lead to thee. This is the daily prayer of Indians. Sectarianism, bigotry, and its horrible descendant, fanaticism, have long possessed this beautiful earth. But their time has come, and I fervently hope that the bell which tolled this morning in honor of this convention may be the death knell of all fanaticism, of all persecutions with sword or pen, and of all uncharitable feelings between persons bending their way to the same goal. Namaste.
The power of Swamiji's words and his captivating personality stunned the people at the convention. Dr. Annie Besant of the Theosophical Society said of him,
"A striking figure, clad in yellow and orange, shining like the sun of India, a lion's head, piercing eyes, mobile lips, movements swift and abrupt, a warrior monk, a representative of the world's oldest religion. He brought India's message. He stood out, a man among men, able to hold his own."
Swamiji spoke again at the final session of the Parliament. By now, his fame was growing and people from all over came to hear him speak. Swamiji was hailed as he rose to speak.
This Parliament has proved to the world that holiness, purity and charity are not exclusive possessions of any church in the world, and that every system has produced men and women of the most exalted character. In the face of this evidence, if anybody dreams of the exclusive survival of his own religion and destruction of the others, I pity him from the bottom of my heart, and I will point out to him that upon the banner of every religion will soon be written, in spite of resistance, help and not fight, assimilation and not destruction, harmony and peace, not dissension. Namaste, sisters and brothers. I cannot sleep on this luxurious bed. O Mother India, who cares for fame when my country is bogged down in poverty? We Indians are so poor that millions die for want of a handful of rice. Here people spend lavishly for personal comforts. Who will raise the Indians? Who will comfort them? How can I serve them?
Swamiji met Robert Ingersoll, a well-known orator and agnostic in Chicago. They would meet often and discuss religious, philosophical issues.
Swamiji, we are poles apart in our outlook. I'm opposed to all beliefs in religion, while you are religion in flesh and blood.
Yes, and I have absolute faith in transcendental truth, while you, my friend, do not share my faith.
Swamiji, I believe in making the most out of this world, in squeezing the orange dry, because this world is all we are sure of.
I know a better way to squeeze the orange of this world, and I get more out of it. I know I cannot die, so I am not in a hurry. I know that there is no fear, so I enjoy the squeezing. I love everybody as children of God, I serve God by serving His children. Everyone is divine to me, so I can love everybody. Think of the joy of loving man as God. Squeeze your orange this way and get 1,000-fold more out of it. Get every drop, my friend.
Swamiji arrived in England. He was invited to speak to the people at various places. He gave a series of lectures on Raja Yoga, on Vedanta, and on universal brotherhood.
Sir, you have spent nearly 4 years in the lap of luxury here in the West. How do you like your motherland now?
India. I loved before I came away. Now the very dust of India has become holy to me. It is now the holy land, the place of pilgrimage, the Tirtha Kshetra.
As the ship neared India, Swamiji could scarcely contain his joy. He longed to see the sights, hear the sounds, and smell the air of India. On the way back from America to Calcutta, Swami Vivekananda stops at Madras in Biligiri Iyengar's residence from 6th to 15th February 1897, where he showers his blessings to many prominent personalities. The residence is now converted into a revered museum called the Swami Vivekananda Museum in Chennai. Swami Vivekananda inspired Alasinga Perumal through his speeches and letters. Swamiji wrote to Alasinga, "I do not believe in a god or religion which cannot wipe the widow's tears or bring a piece of bread to the orphan's mouth. I do not call it religion so long as it is confined to books and dogmas. Move forward and carry into practice that which you are very proud to call your religion, and God bless you." He spoke in every town and city on the way, addressing large as well as small gatherings. He spoke about the spiritual oneness of the whole universe. He was received with much fanfare at every town. Swamiji spoke about India's place in the world order, about the greatness of her religion, and his pride and love permeated down to the ordinary people. They felt a new sense of pride and belief about India. Gradually, he marched into Calcutta. On the 20th of February 1897, after nearly 4 years, Swami Vivekananda came back to Calcutta. His faithful followers from the West, Sister Nivedita, Captain and Mrs. Xavier, and E.T. Sturdy came with him. Swamiji wanted to start an organization which would work for the upliftment of India's downtrodden. And on the 1st of May 1897, he established the Sri Ramakrishna Mission. It was hosted at Balram Bose's residence.
Man-making is our mission, brothers. The first and most important prediction I make is that India will gain independence. This will happen within the next 50 years, in unforeseen circumstances. And my final prediction is that one day, India will rise to great heights of prosperity and power, far more than she ever had in the past. And my dear brothers, that is what we must strive to achieve.
What should our mission's goal be?
We must educate the people.
What kind of education, Swamiji?
Man-making education, building a strong mind.
Swamiji, what is a strong mind?
A strong mind is without confusion. It has love and concern for others. The faith in God is unwavering. There are no negative thoughts like anger, greed, jealousy and selfishness.
Yes,
Swamiji, we understand our mission.
When famine broke out in central India, the Ramakrishna Mission was among the first to offer relief and send volunteers to help the suffering masses. Swamiji himself was at the forefront of the relief organization. Once, a preacher of the Cow Protection Society came to talk to Swamiji.
Swamiji, we need some assistance for saving cows and buffaloes.
This terrible famine has caused the death of nearly 9 lakh people. Have you done anything to help suffering people?
The people's karma invited this calamity. They deserve to die.
Karma? I see. If it is their karma to suffer, then it is your duty and your karma to help them. Strive to alleviate their suffering. Brothers, I want you to get ready to go to all corners of the world to spread the gospel of our mission. Swami Virajananda, Swami Prakashananda. Brothers, I want you to go to East Bengal. Work hard. Work with heart and soul without caring for results. What if you go to hell while trying to do good to others? I say that is infinitely better than winning heaven only for yourself. India wants the sacrifice of 1,000 of her best young men. Men, mind you, not brutes. Calm, steady, silent, but hard-working. No name-making, no news humbug. A spirit of equality, freedom, work, energy, and at the same time, a Hindu to the very backbone in culture. This is to be done. We will do it. You will do it. Onward, brave lads. Repeat after me. These 3 are necessary to make every man great, every nation great. Conviction of the powers of goodness, absence of jealousy and suspicion, helping all who are trying to be and trying to do good. Work the idea, the plan. My boys, my brave, good, noble souls, to the wheel, put your shoulders. Stop not to look for name, for glory. Stick to your convictions. Work with undaunted energy. Renounce all. Spiritual strength will pervade your body. No man, no nation can hate others and live. Help the downtrodden. My brothers, a few thousand graduates do not make a nation. Our nation must be able to feed, clothe, and care for all the millions and millions of Indians. Only then will she be great. Children, be not afraid. Love everyone. Your character will cleave a path for you through stone walls of difficulties. Be the servant if you will rule. There is no distinction of men and women. Uplift the women, brothers. They will serve the children. Children who will grow strong and enable India to grow. Brothers, each nation has a life force, a main current. For India, it is religion. Make it strong. Children, do not figure out big plans first. Begin slowly and then proceed up and up. Work on to death. I am with you, and when I am gone, my spirit will work with you.
शृण्वन्तु विश्वे अमृतस्य पुत्राः आयेदामानि दिव्यानि तस्तुः.
Swami Vivekananda attained Mahasamadhi at the age of 39 years on 4th of July 1902. What he accomplished in such a short lifespan cannot be achieved in several lifetimes. Swamiji inspired millions with his patriotism, his noble service and his iron will. More than a century after his passing, children and youth continue to derive inspiration from one of India's finest sons. The Government of India has declared 12th of January, the birthday of Swami Vivekananda, as the National Youth Day. The Sri Ramakrishna Mission continues to serve the needy and spread the immortal message of Sri Swami Vivekananda. Today, the Ramakrishna Mission has 163 centers all over the world and is serving people of all caste and creed according to their needs. Swami Vivekananda has said that his message will live on for the next 1,500 years. Towards the end, Swamiji used to say, Swami Vivekananda lives on and continues to inspire everybody even today and will continue to do so for many more centuries to come.
जगद्हिताय च